What's up, guys? Welcome back for another episode. And as you know, we're here at Active, and today we're going to be talking about a new product that I think a lot of us are going to be really interested about. I know a lot of people are annoyed with the 2K RAS on the ZF8 speed G80s, and also people are annoyed with that cold start where it rattles the whole car. We're here at Active. We're going to talk to Rob, and we're going to talk about the newest product they have for the G80 community and also the G8X community. But I think you guys are going to be pretty interested, so stay tuned. All right, so we're here at Active Autowerke. We got the man, Rob. Rob, I know we were excited about this product because a lot of the people that have the G80s, G8X, right, they complain about the cold start, right? Sometimes when you upgrade the mid-pipe itself, the cold start is kind of annoying, especially for yourself. You have a kid, neighbors. What did you guys change with the mid-pipe?
Well, on the G80 and all the BMWs, the cold start has always been a problem. Even on the stock car, I tell people, you know, it's noisy on stock, and any kind of mods you do, whether it's, you know, your mid-pipe especially or your rear, you're amplifying the sound, so the cold start just gets worse. So, and the equal length, like every other mid-pipe, just makes it worse, and everybody complains about the G80 that it's too noisy. So, we think, we're pretty much confident that we've resolved that issue, where we've added some resonators in the G80, which so far the few that we've done has been very successful as far as cold start and also any kind of RAS, the 2K RAS that some people hear. It's not as predominant like on the F bodies and so on, but
that 2K RAS was very pronounced on the F body. I think a good person that was testing out for you guys was F80 Ho.
Right. And
so
you couldn't get,
And then this here, you can see the resonators that were added into the mid-pipe.
And also over here in the flat section.
Okay, and what's really exciting too is that you have nice smooth tone for the equal length, but also you're about to have a little bit more of a smoother tone because these resonators are going to allow it to flow correctly and also eliminate that 2K RAS that we talked about. And also, you said cold start too, right?
The big thing was on the cold start, which we had a very picky customer, and that's what we did the testing on.
Not me.
But he was pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
That was his number one thing. You know, he wanted a little bit more sound, but he didn't want to amplify the cold start. So he has the entire system. He even has our catted, high flow catted downpipes on there, which even makes it more pronounced.
Okay.
And so with that, with our mid pipe and the rear, he says all of that's perfect. Now he starts up his car in the mornings, doesn't wake up the neighbors. So he's very, very happy. So we're pleased that we have this now. And finally, we can probably say that equal length is probably the best option right now in a mid-pipe because you get the best of both worlds. You get the cleanest sound without any rasp or any cold start issues.
I know with the cold start, when I first had my car, we modified the mid-pipe. When I first started up at home, my wife was being there. She was like, "Is your car broken? Why does it sound like it's rattling?" Right? So I think a lot of us could relate to that. For the ones that already have an equal length, right, and they want to get rid of that RAS, can they buy parts and pieces, or they have to go through a whole new mid-pipe?
No, we're gonna offer a service where they can either exchange out and pay a difference, or if they have their time, send it in here and we can put the resonators in there. So we're working on that to eventually, those people that are not happy with their current setup, that they have at least the option to go into an alternative to make it better.
So the person to contact.
We're also always trying to improve, like everything. If you look back on our history of all our exhausts that we designed, if there's any kind of improvement to do, we try and do that. So there's always a second version or a generation 2. And if this isn't even perfect, then we'll probably try and do something more. But as of right now, I think this is
one of the best sounding mid-pipes.
That we have out there, and I think it addresses all the issues that people had with them.
And stay tuned. There's gonna be so much more footage of the car, right? Of this actually on the car. And we have a G80 M3 that a customer brought in. This one's pretty stock, right? There's nothing done with the car.
Dead stock car, yeah.
Dead stock car. So we'll show you sound clips of how it sounds on the car. And I can tell you this probably doesn't do any justice, and just stay tuned, right? You're gonna see a lot more of these on the road and also on other G80s in your hometown. All right, so I never met you in person. I've met you on Instagram probably, right?
Sure.
Tell the people what's your name and then what's your IG handle.
My name is Hussam. Everybody calls me Habibi because I do auto detailing, Habibi Auto Detailing page on Instagram. I just purchased my G80, new to me, and I came to Active Autowerke to install a full exhaust. It's gonna be equal length, resonated, mid-pipe, and it's gonna be axle back as well.
Oh, so you're doing axle back too?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so you want all the sound, right?
Yes, I do. I know you have very good quality work, very good quality products, so I want to be 100% going with them.
And also you had Active Autowerke products on your F30, right? You had a M340i?
I have F30 B58 Gen 1,
okay.
And they put resonator, they put mid-pipe, and they put axle back, and the car sounds unique, different than every B58 almost.
Awesome, awesome to hear. I know you're excited to finally make sure that the G80 sounds good. I know when you first get the G80, it's quiet, right?
100% quiet.
Exactly, and that's going to amplify the driving experience. And I think we touched base on what they're going to do with the new resonators they have on the mid-pipe, and I think it's going to eliminate a lot of the issues that people have had before in the past.
I can't wait to hear that.
I know, it's going to make you probably waste more gas.
Well, I don't mind the gas, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have quality work. That's the most important thing, the parts.
Exactly. All right, so stay tuned. We're going to be heading into the shop and we're going to be getting that all done for him, and we're going to document on this channel for you guys.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, so was this car very difficult to find? I know we scheduled this to be filmed today.
Correct.
You were crunch time, right? Trying to find the right car.
Yes. It wasn't really easy to find the G80, clean title, Carfax is clean, low mileage. It have carbon ceramic brakes, buckets, white on silver stone. But I have to make it for Active Autowerke to get the appointment and put the parts on.
And also too, like you were telling me, this was an executive vehicle, right?
Correct, yes. They have all the options, executive package, heads-up display, and that's very important for me. I want to enjoy the car.
Exactly.
Don't rush buying a car. It's not the specs that you want. I think Ken said in one of his posts, if you're dreaming about specific car and the specs, wait until you get it. Don't buy somebody else's dream.
Exactly, exactly. And I couldn't have said it better myself, you know, and you just said it again. But also too, the executive package, you're technically the first person on title, right?
Correct. The car was owned by BMW executive before, so it had no owners previously. So I would be the first owner with 10,000 mile car and the specs that I want.
That's exactly what happened to my F80. When I had my F80, it was an executive owned vehicle, so somebody from the higher ups drove it, right?
Correct.
And being able to own it as the first person on title, so whenever you sell it, you can sell it as a one owner title and not really lose too much depreciation as you would as a two owner vehicle.
I love the car so far. Driving the car 2 days, I love it, so I don't think I will sell it, or I have plans for it with these products that I'm putting on. So I will keep it for a good time, hopefully.
And you came from you said a 3 Series, right?
Yes.
What do you know is difference about it?
This is a lot. Like honestly, I have so much friends that have M cars. I never own an M, but driving the car 2 days, it's just the handling. The car is planted, it's so strong, the power is there. You just need the mods to let like the car go more open. But the car is so strong, the brakes is crazy, no brake dust whatsoever.
It doesn't squeal, right?
At all. No noise, no brake dust. The car performance is amazing. I just need the proper exhaust, then I will start doing mods one by one.
And you actually have the proper exhaust on now.
Yes.
You know,
Thanks,
so
Alan.
yeah, he's gonna have the equal length along with their valved rear box. And this is one of their signature types of setups for the G8X.
On the F30, there was no official mid-pipe because it's not an M car. They do full axle back only, but for an M car, they do have full setup for it. So I can't wait to hear the car, honestly, how it sounds.
Yeah, so stay tuned. We're almost there. Alan's sweating, we're all sweating out here. It's a nice, hot, sweaty day here in Miami.
But I love it.
What I will say is that this car was owned in North Carolina, and I think in the mountains over there, some of the runoffs and the mud gets on the roadway, so that's why you see it kind of dirty. But also, his business is actually detailing, right?
Correct,
so
yes.
you're gonna get that all detailed
100%.
out.
The undercarriage of the car will be brand new. Once it gets the exhaust done, clean it up, put it on the left, clean it up 100%, and change any bolts that need to be changed before I start driving the car more, and everything should be back to brand new.
Awesome, awesome. So we got Tony driving Habibi's car, right? And they just installed the new Active Autowerke exhaust. And the first thing I noticed, and I'm sure these guys noticed, is that cold start, that annoying rumble was completely gone.
Completely, you don't hear it at all.
But it also depends, right? Because he has stock downpipes. So if you had catless downpipe, we don't know yet. We haven't heard that setup. I haven't heard that setup. But I can confirm if you have stock downpipes with this new resonated equal length,
Not raspy at all.
yeah, it's actually really impressive. So now we're gonna actually get some exhaust clips for you guys. I think a lot of that is where you're pretty interested in and kind of curious of how it sounds. But what do you think? You're the owner of the car, so what do you think?
Well, the cold start is really good, no rasp at all, and I don't have tune, I don't have any aftermarket downpipe, so we'll see how that goes, but so far it's perfect.
The main thing is a lot of people complain on the forums, like once you change the mid-pipe out, you have that annoying rattle, but we definitely saw it.
No, it's not that. I seen it with a single mid-pipe and you hear a lot. Like it gets really loud on the cold start. But this is like really down. Like you don't hear no rasps at all.
And then because you work on cars, right?
Yeah.
You work at BMW.
Yeah,
so
and I seen it, drove the cars and everything. Even inside the car, normally when you have a single mid-pipe, sometimes you feel that noise inside the cabin when you first start the car, and this is like super quiet, like a factory. You don't hear any rattling inside the car or nothing.
I know a lot of people complain about it. It sounds kind of embarrassing sometimes, and for me, I have obviously a different setup than what you have, but I have the same issue. I have the rattle and it's annoying, and sometimes I just give it a slight rev a little bit just to get rid of it, but again, this is very nice to see in here.
You can control it more in a manual car than DCT.
Yeah, the cold start, the only way to get rid of cold start, and I know a lot of people may know this or may not know this, is that you have to actually tune the car, send your DME out, get it reflashed, and then get somebody to code the cold start out.
Yeah, through Bulma you can actually turn it off and you don't have that cold start when you start up the car. But it's gonna be pricey to do all that actually.
Yeah, to send out the DME and all that, and also to get everything done, it's gonna cost you a pretty penny. But I know a lot of people want to get a different exhaust sound, but this sounds good.
It's beautiful. It's so deep. It's not like raspy at all. It's not loud inside the car. Outside the car, it sounds good. So I can't wait to put the catless downpipe and see how the combination will be.
And then somebody that's coming from the F80, you know, what do you think?
It feels like, I mean, from factory to this, sound inside is deep, like you have a BA under the hood. It doesn't sound raspy at all. It sounds really, really good. And then the acceleration is incredible right now. The pulling of the turbo, you feel it right away. So big changes with this exhaust in this car.
And did you hear, I know you guys were in the car for a little bit, did you guys hear any drone or anything at the 2K mark?
No, nothing. No drums, no raspy, no nothing inside the car. Literally, you feel like you're driving stock, but when you get on it, like you get just that deep, like you had a BA under the hood. That's what you're hearing.
And it sounds good. You know, I was out there hearing it. I'm like, maybe contemplating about switching mine, but no, I'm good right now. It's just, the mods never end, you know? And I know you said later on you're going to go for a catalyst downpipe.
Well, it might be tomorrow.
Oh, it might be tomorrow, okay.
Yeah, we ordered it already.
Yeah, we,
So it might
you know.
be tomorrow, whatever it comes, we'll install it and see how it sounds inside and outside. But I'm pretty sure it will sound good because usually people complain with the equal length about the 2000 RPM rasp. Inside the car, it sounds really loud. We hear it from outside and inside, but so far, it sounds perfect.
And obviously, you know, I got to talk about the elephant in the room, right? BMW does pump the fake sound in, right? That does need to be up to you, right? If you want to take it out, take it out. But if you want to leave it in, leave it in. But that does add to the driving experience. But I honestly, I've heard a lot of G8X exhausts, right? This sounds really good. I'm very happy that how this came out for you. I know it's money well spent.
Yesterday I was driving to the Keys and I was trying to figure out how to turn off the exhaust noise inside the cabin because it was kind of like it's not comfortable. Like I'm not happy with it. I want the exhaust. So now when I have the exhaust, I want to turn it off 100%.
Yeah, you'll be able to do that. So again, I know the mods are not gonna stop. You just got the car Saturday.
That's yeah, 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
We have full Active Autowerke exhaust missing the downpipe.
Exactly. All right, so we got the owner of the G80 Habibi Detailing. What's your first name again?
Hussam.
Hossam, okay.
Yes, it's a little bit hard for people to pronounce, so everybody calls me Habibi.
I'll forget your name. I'm really bad with names, but Active here was able to install the new equal length mid pipe. And just to reiterate, did you notice any cold start nonsense that the G80 deals with when you change the mid pipe?
Honestly, no. I detail G80s almost every day. Every car have any aftermarket products. You turn it on, it's super loud, super raspy. I think the neighbors, like in the appointments in the morning, they kind of complain that I'm there detailing their cars. So this problem is not there at all, completely gone. Even driving, usually there is like some rasp around 2,000-3,000 RPM. That's not there at all.
The only thing is, again, if you go with the catless, right, downpipe, we won't know exactly how it sounds with that because we haven't experienced it. I don't have a catless downpipe. You will have a catless downpipe. Maybe we'll check in with you later on. But Rob, I think the thought process behind making a resonated equal length was a success.
100%.
Yeah, it was our number one priority right now with the G80, even with the F80 and the M2C, that the equal length had that problem with the rasp. And but other than that, the equal length was great. People enjoyed it, but that was the only hang up with them. So thankfully or hopefully we got it right this time. And if anybody's out there and want to try and fix this problem, give us a call and we can try to work something out that we can have you converted or exchanged, that we can get you with the new resonated versions.
Yeah, and I think I have the Gen 1 version. I love it. Obviously that cold start issue is an issue of mine, and it is pronounced when you start it up in the garage.
Don't worry, Ken, we'll get you fixed, worked up on that.
Yeah, we'll discuss that.
So you won't wake up the baby anymore.
Exactly. But the one thing that I would notice is that when he was going wide open throttles on that road in Mexico, it sounded good. It was very smooth. It wasn't overpowering loud, but I know when you put the catless downpipe, it's just going to open up even more. But I think a lot of us really have to realize that we all have a different preference on exhaust tone. Some people like the single mid pipe, right? Some people like the equal length.
Yeah.
But you do have some things going on with the single mid pipe that we showed earlier, right?
Yeah, we do. I mean, we're offering a dump valve system for guys that even want it a little bit louder or something unique. So that is out there. So check our website for that or give us a call.
Yeah.
And we're offering that on the G80, as we mentioned earlier in a clip. So it's new products and new adaptations from Active Autowerke.
Anything else you want to say to people?
The only thing, if you're driving the car valves closed and comfortable with the equal length resonated that I have now, the car is completely quiet, stock, no noise, no problems. When you open the valves as like driving hard the car, doing pulls, the car sounds way better and deeper tone.
Yeah, it does. I was actually very surprised. It deepened the tone, not like it's a higher pitch. It just deepened the tone itself, the resonators.
Yeah, because it's filtering out all that you were hearing before with all the pitchiness and the raspiness. So that kind of is, eliminated now.
Yeah.
So you're getting a better, cleaner sound.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so other than that, again, I think if you guys have any questions about the setup or exchange program, you're going to be emailing Alan right here, right, at Active, and he'll be able to get you guys all set up. But other than that, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. It's been fun here hanging out with Active and also meeting somebody that I've seen on Instagram here in Miami. But again, super cool guy to hang out with, and from what he knows his detailing. So we just had a nice conversation, but I want to thank you for letting us film your car, man.
Appreciate you.
So we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you.